So today we're doing a really easy, quick protective style. Emphasis on quick because I don't have the time. I knew that I wanted to do a protective style and I wanted to do the one that was quick and easy. So I thought Jumbo Box Braids was the way to go because they're so big, they just take so little time to do. But I decided to do the rubber band method this time. Number one, it just makes installing the hair even faster. And number two, I usually have an issue gripping my roots. For some reason, I just cannot get these roots to be tight enough. So far, so good. It's almost been a week and my roots are looking really good. They're still nice and tight. It's not painful, it's very flexible, it just feels really good. So if you guys don't know what the rubber band method is, it's when you take your natural hair and you secure it at the root with a rubber band prior to braiding in the extension hair. This technique did kind of freak me out for a very long time just because the thought of putting rubber bands on my hair, I don't like it. And the thought of putting it at my roots, double freak out. But I do like to use these clear stretch rubber bands. If you guys have seen these, you can get them at your local beauty supply store. I really like these little clear guys. Technically these are rubber bands, but I don't consider them to be as damaging as like the black rubber bands are. I never use black rubber bands in my hair ever because the material just causes way too much friction and it just breaks your hair. These little clear ones are perfect because they're super soft. They're made of a smoother material, and what's great about these are that they're not super durable. They will break on their own if they're put under too much pressure, which means that they're not gonna break your hair. These rubber bands will break themselves before they break your hair. And I really like to use these on my daughter's hair when I'm doing her hair. And I occasionally do use them on my hair as well, usually at like the bottom. So when I was thinking about how I could do this rubber band method and not be afraid of it, I was like, oh, you know what? I can just use the clear rubber bands because those are a lot more gentle on my hair. So in this tutorial, you'll see me using these. And so far, so good. I'm very comfortable with using these rubber bands. I will be doing a follow-up on when I take these braids out so that you guys can see what happened with the rubber bands in my hair. Did my hair break? Yada, yada, yada. So I'll be filming me taking these out. If you guys are all wondering, if this is damaging to my hair or not. But so far, so good. Of course, I want to tell you what hair I used for this look. I'm using the Expression African Collection Sensational 1B. It's a Kanekalon braiding hair. It's the only braiding Kanekalon hair at my local beauty supply, so I really didn't have a choice. But I really do like this hair. It's really inexpensive and it's so long. Like this doesn't do it justice. Like this literally, you can see it's bunched up in here. I think I showed this actually in another video. It's ridiculously long. So what's great about that is that you can just cut it in half and now you have double the hair. I don't know why this hair is so ridiculous. It's kind of freaky. So this is the hair after I cut it in half. This is the hair after I cut it in half. Look how long. Ridiculous. I make my sections about 1 inch thick, but the thing that I really want to make sure that I stress is that at the end, you definitely want to feather the ends. So all I do for that is just take the hair and pull it so that it's not all one length. You want it to be different lengths so that as you're braiding down, it can kind of seal on its own. And you don't have to like braid it and have like a stump of hair at the bottom. So about a 1 inch size section, make sure that you feather on the bottom, and this is a Kanekalon braiding hair. So I think that's everything for now. If I forget anything, I will put it at the end of the video. Let's just get on with the tutorial. I hope you enjoy and I'll see you after. Bye. So to save some time, I already did the back. As you can see, we're making large sections to go along with our large braids, which is good because it makes this process super fast. We've got 4 braids in the bottom row and 6 braids in the next row. So we're just gonna be doing 2 more rows and then the style will be done. All right, so the next row is already sectioned out. I'm just showing you how thick the section is all the way across. And of course, we're doing this on stretched, detangled hair. Making a nice clean part from top to bottom of that section. I make sure each square of hair is nice and large to help support our large braids. Once you've got a nice clean section, clip the rest of the hair out of the way. I'm re-moisturizing the hair with water. This is rose water, but you can use regular. Applying a nice creamy sealant to lock that moisture in. This is my DIY mango butter, but of course you can use whatever you like. I'm applying this from ends to roots. I also decided to add some twisting butter from Camille Rose Naturals. This makes my hair a little bit greasy feeling, which I hate for twist outs, but it's perfect to help moisturize my hair underneath my protective style. So working that in from ends to roots. I comb the section out with my wide tooth comb. And grabbing a light moisturizing gel, this is the Passion Fruit Control Paste, I'm gonna smooth my edges and roots down gently, just using my fingers. Gripping the hair firm but gently at the roots, we're gonna grab our soft, clear rubber bands and I'm gonna secure the section close to the roots. Now take your time with this. You want the section to be firm enough so the rubber band doesn't slide out, but not so tight that it feels restrictive or uncomfortable. Alright, so grab your section of synthetic hair, which you should have already feathered out at the bottom. Locate the very middle, and you're going to place that synthetic hair directly over the rubber band on your real hair. Now we have 3 sections of hair. 1, 2, and 3. And now you can start braiding like normal. Simply braiding the 2 synthetic hair sections in with your natural hair. Now the synthetic hair is successfully locked in place, it's not going anywhere. Just continue braiding down like normal. At some point you'll realize that you're running out of your natural hair to braid in. So to make that section longer, I simply take a bit of hair from each of those longer sections and add it into that shorter section while braiding. So now all 3 sections are the same length, just keep braiding down. Braid all the way to the very, very end. And now we're just gonna clean up the ends where the hair is sticking out by burning the hair off and smoothing it down. Just make sure that you don't burn any of your real hair. And that's it. The rubber band helps to keep the roots neat and smooth, and the braid stays nice and tight to your head, but is still flexible and comfortable. So now that entire row of hair is braided, we ended up making 7 braids, and now we repeat the exact same process for that last top section. Now the only difference is at the very top, we're gonna make our sections triangular rather than squares. It just looks nicer that way. So section out your hair in clean triangular parts, and repeat the exact same thing.
I know I should have done this, should have quit this long ago.
One other thing to note is that in the top sections, I'm going to be braiding in less of the synthetic hair, just so that there's not too much weight on my edges. So these braids will be slightly smaller, but it's really not noticeable.
But there's something holding on, the way of being long gone.
And that's it, all the braiding is done. One last thing to do, we're gonna dip the ends of each braid into boiling hot water. This is gonna lock the hair in place so it doesn't unravel. It'll smooth the hair down and make it move more naturally so it looks like real hair. So dip each end carefully and make sure not to dip any of your natural hair into that boiling hot water. Now repeat on the other side. And we're done. A super cute, quick, and best of all, easy protective style. So that's it. That's how I got this really cute, simple look. I've been wearing this for about 4 or 5 days and I've gotten so many compliments just going out with this hairstyle. Everybody loves it. It's really cute. One thing that I do want to make sure that I mention is how I sleep in this. It's the same exact way that I went to sleep with my other box braids, and I made an entire video about how to do this. All you do is put all your braids to the back, take half of your hair in one hand, half of your hair in the other, and then you crisscross the braids towards the front. Now because these braids don't reach all the way to the front, I cannot secure them with a hair tie. So all I do is clip the ends of the braids to the front on one side, do the same thing on the other side, and then I quickly throw on my satin scarf, tie it in the front, and then I very gently take out the clips on both sides. That's it. In the morning, just take your satin scarf off, and your braids are still looking fresh. This is the most comfortable way that I have been able to secure my braids at night. I think that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for being so patient with me. I had a baby, that's why I was gone for, gosh, it's like a month. I had pregnancy complications again, so unfortunately I had to take the time off, and I hate taking time off of work even when I'm giving birth, but I had to do it. So anyway, I hope you guys like this look. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope this video helped, and I'll see you in the next one.